So I wanted to make an observation about something that I've noticed in the cannabis industry that I personally feel really needs to change as soon as possible. And I want to help to bring awareness to this issue, specifically to the cannabis entrepreneurs and those of you who are running businesses right now in the industry. Is that all the businesses are focused on advertising and marketing just within the 420 community itself, which is understandable. Obviously, you have to do that, right? I mean, that's your most immediate market, and everyone that's within the 420 community already is going to be a potential customer of yours. So I can understand being in all of the local, weed mags and different things like that, and online, the weed websites and all this kind of thing, which is great. But here's one thing that I want to point out, though, is that there is a much larger number of people, a much larger market, if you will, a larger number of potential customers who are outside of the 420 community. All right? So think about this now. Cannabis has been stigmatized by our culture, by big corporation and by government. Cannabis has been stigmatized to the point where there's millions of people who would be using cannabis right now if they just simply understood what it was. If they just knew the truly amazing life-changing benefits that cannabis really contains. If they really knew about the millions and millions of people who are truly using it to treat their illnesses or treat their medical conditions or enhance their quality of life in some way. If they were able to really learn some of the facts and figures and research about cannabis and what it really is, to shift their thinking a little bit or a lot, then those people will convert into cannabis users eventually, and some of them sooner than later. So here's the thing, there's millions of people out there who are watching the cannabis industry right now, and they're hearing stories. They're hearing Sanjay Gupta, the big news network medical doctor or medical advisor, and he is 100% pro marijuana, pro cannabis right now, and he thinks it is insane that it's still illegal and that prohibition still exists. So when people start learning things like that, and they also start hearing stories of people whose lives have been changed radically by their use of cannabis. Cancer patients who have been healed. They've healed their cancer and cured themselves of cancer simply by using cannabis. And other many, there's just thousands of these kinds of stories out there. And so when these kinds of stories start getting made known to the public, and the general public starts learning more about this, one by one, they're going to all start shifting their perspective and their perception about cannabis in favor of it. Now, that's a good thing because there's millions of people out there who are waiting to do this. There's people that are watching and hearing these stories of people healing themselves or having these life-changing benefits. And they're sitting there wondering, I wonder if there's something to this. I wonder if there really is something to this. I wonder if maybe I could get off of these dozen pharmaceutical drugs that I'm pumping into my body that are causing all kinds of side effects and feel like they're killing me every day. You know how many people out there feel that way with all these pills that they're taking because they know it's fucking up their body, but they won't use cannabis because they have this stigma against it. They don't know what it really is, so they don't give it a chance. So what I feel is a new responsibility that the cannabis community has, at least the businesses, especially of the cannabis community, and really the whole cannabis community as a whole, even individuals who just are enthusiasts or patients themselves. If you are a supporter of cannabis and you support its legalization and you support the end of prohibition, then you should be sharing these kinds of ideas with people everywhere you go. And people that you see pumping their bodies full of pharmaceuticals, you could be letting them know that maybe some of those they could let go if they tried cannabis to treat some of those symptoms that they're having. So I feel that a new responsibility has emerged in the cannabis industry for the 420 businesses. And so all of us need to take it upon ourselves to take this responsibility to educate the public on what cannabis is. And one way that I have devised to make this happen and to make it easy and accessible for you, the entrepreneur, you the business owner that's running the dispensary, or you could be a glass shop, it could be a concentrates company, an edibles company, it could be any of those. I want to make it easy for you to be able to implement a campaign that not only promotes your business and brings you new customers, new clients, new patients, spreads awareness about your products and services, and brings exposure to your brand. Not only do that, but also will advance and further our cause, the greater cause that we're all a part of, which is breaking the cultural stigma towards cannabis and ending prohibition. Those two things right there is what we need as a community and as a movement. And so I'm asking all the Cannabusinesses out there to take a look at the campaign that we just launched called Cannatruth. Go to cannatruth.net and watch the video and read the page and check out what we have planned right now that we've already launched and we're making available to the Cannabusinesses that this resonates with, who really want to make a difference in the movement and also want to promote your business and get more exposure to your products and services. So we're doing the best of both worlds. It's a win-win-win situation for everyone involved, and you really need to check this out because it's something that I really feel everyone should be a part of if you have some kind of a business in the cannabis industry. So with that said, let me know how this resonates with you. If you're watching this, leave some comments and let me know how you feel about Cannabusinesses taking responsibility to educate the public with the facts and research and stories about cannabis in order to help change the public perception of what it is. So with that said, love and peace to all of you. I'll see you next time.